fellas.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Jeez, a bit odd being back in here, eh?
Man, it feels like a long fucking time.
Feels like I'm home.
Yeah, it feels like a long time. 2 weeks, long time. We've done a lot of things in the last couple of weeks. Had a lot of fun. So, got a lot to get through today.
Way too
Massive
much.
weekend. An understated weekend of racing.
I think
there
it's
was
sort of-
so much going on.
Sort of creeped up on us.
Yeah.
So, tonight we're going to cover Formula 1 in Mexico, MotoGP in Thailand, Supercars on the Gold Coast, Superbikes, both Australian and world. And then James has got some breaking news in the motocross world as well.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
looking forward to hearing that.
Bit going on.
Bit going on.
What do you think of Mexico, Tom?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good Grand Prix. It added some strategy into it. I mean, at the start of the race, when we saw Verstappen take the lead and Perez get knocked out, I think there was a groan. You could hear that around the stadium as well.
They were saying people were leaving the stands, but the stands looked fucking still full as.
I don't think they were leaving. Friend of the podcast, Bandana Man Mark Dandy, sent some interesting footage today. Did you guys see that?
No, I didn't see it.
So,
was it the footage from the grandstand of the crash?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get that up.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the crash. It was actually, and I heard it through the whole weekend. There was some real issues with the crowd behaviour.
Oh, really?
So
yes.
Mexicans and like Perez fans, we assume, and also Ferrari fans, and like quite a big punch on in the stand. So that
was it between? This is crucial. Was it between two Mexicans, or was it the Mexicans and the Italians? Going at it?
I can't confirm or deny because they look similar.
It's the mustache that throws
yeah. Well, when they got when they're punching with maracas, and you know they're Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're getting fucking into it, aren't they?
So thanks to our friend of the channel, Mark Dandy, for sending this.
Oh my god, she's like,
this is better than Fury versus Ngannou.
Yeah, arguably, yeah.
he's got his hands up. Look.
But anyway, back to the action.
Hey, is the action?
But
that's more fucking action than Logan Sargent's had all year, I reckon. Christ.
So results for us, Dan.
Yes, so let's get these up. Max Verstappen first. Pod favourite Lewis Hamilton second.
We'll put Lewis Hamilton, Jake Dixon. They're in one little bowl, right? They're up here.
Bloody Brits.
Yeah,
yeah, it's the Brits, isn't it?
it is.
Charles Leclerc third, Carlos Sainz fourth, Lando Norris fifth, and Daniel Ricciardo in the points.
Yeah, Aussie 7th and 8th, which was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. And George Russell sliding in at 6. Albon 9, Ocon 10. May as well go through the top 10.
Might as well. Let's go back to qualifying. That was a surprise for me.
Yeah.
So all through the weekend, it looked like Mercedes was strong. Obviously, Red Bull was strong. And then Ferrari put it 1-2. Like, that was probably the craziest. From Q2 to Q3, I don't remember there being such a big difference. Like, that was a bigger surprise in qualifying for many years. And this goes back to what we always talk about. The F1 is in great shape. It's just one bloke is dominating.
Yeah, that's right. And Ferrari looked really good for about 50 metres, and then Verstappen and Perez passed him, or were trying to pass him, and then Perez and Charles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Longest run to the first corner, I think, on the calendar as well. So the best starting position normally is third at that track.
Yeah, I think I saw an onboard. I think it was Charles. He really bogged it down.
Yeah.
And he's had like no revs trying to get that thing going.
Yeah, because they were saying a combination of how hot the track is and how low grip it is. You have to have such low revs to get off the line, otherwise you will spin.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those lethal combinations. Plus you've got it's almost a kilometre to the first corner. So
is it that long?
Yeah, it's like 800 metres, 900 metres or
wow.
something. It's a long way. So standing start, they get almost up to that sort of 310, 320 mark by the time they're braking to the first corner.
Yeah.
So that's why you see so many instances at that corner. But yeah, as I was saying, I've never seen such a big difference between Q2 and Q3. Like Ferrari just pulled a lap out of the bag. But obviously the car was working in the perfect window and
suited the conditions.
And and obviously 1 and 2. So it wasn't just one of them, pulling a lap out of the bag. So. And, man, hats off for Ricciardo, 4th in qualifying. Amazing. Out-qualified really Perez. What does that tell you? So, that's going to be interesting going into next year, what's going to happen.
Well, I watched something on, I can't remember if it was Instagram or TikTok, that there's like a potential leak that he's like signed, sealed, delivered to Red Bull, Danny Rick.
Yeah.
What? So New Era, the cap company, put up a like a post of his cap
with the Red Bull.
Red Bull,
yeah,
like Oracle Red Bull,
Right.
number 3. So everyone's like going nuts, going, oh, well,
be good for our Red Bull air fresheners, eh, Jim? Hey,
Yeah, it'd be really good.
there he is.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Get him up and about.
yeah, 100%. So yeah, I thought that was a little
Yeah, so going through the weekend, that was a surprise for me, was quali, and then the start of the race. And I have to admit, hats off to Perez. He went for it. He had to go for it. So, look, it didn't pull off.
But I think, doesn't Perez, like, that's great, but doesn't he just need results at the moment?
I think that tells you everything that, in my opinion, that tells me that this is his last season. That's not a Perez thing to do.
He was having a crack to salvage his career.
He's thinking, he's almost thinking this could be my last Mexican Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Oh, you reckon he's going to retire?
That's what that tells me. He's usually one of the most calculated drivers on the grid. Tyre wear was his big strength back when he was in the Force India days. So, I mean, take nothing away. He's still a fast driver, but he's just out of form at the moment. So I think he just had to go for it.
It's all probably in between the years as well. Like, he's
100%.
mentally destroyed by.
But everyone does in that car.
That's right.
You look at Albon, you look at Gasly,
Kvyat.
Ricardo left because he knew he couldn't handle it with Max. So yeah.
It's tough shoes to fill.
Man, next year Red Bull have a big headache. They're going to be up against an in-form Mercedes, McLaren going awesome. You look at Ferrari
starting to get a little bit back.
Like, it's going to be crazy next year.
Yeah,
well, I hope so, because the racing's been amazing. The championship would be amazing if it wasn't for the Dutch dude.
Yeah.
Destroying it out the front, you know.
But how good is he though? Like,
oh, he's amazing.
He's just breaking records for fun.
Yeah, he pitted early. He was obviously going for that 2-stop strategy, and everyone else was going 1-stop. He knew he was going to win. He knew he could make the passes. That DRS down the straight's amazing.
Yeah.
One of their biggest strengths of Red Bull. So
you actually watch the race and you hardly even see him because he's just taken off, and then you just see him going over the finish line, taking the checkered flag.
Yeah.
Was it 16 times in the year now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
the most dominant season ever, isn't
Well, he
it?
just broke his own record of 15 wins.
Yeah, it has to be.
Man.
And it has to be one of the most dominant seasons. Since probably Schumacher in 04, it's probably the most dominant season.
Yeah, I don't remember anyone in motorsport dominating as much as Verstappen and Red Bull right now.
It might be just Marquez in 19. That was the only thing, was it?
Yeah, but he didn't win like all these races in a row either. Like Marquez was always up there, but...
What about 13? Didn't he win?
He won 10 in a row, I guess so.
That's...
But I feel like Verstappen just wins by like 10 seconds, 12 seconds a race. Like
It's not even close.
It's not even close.
And not one person has really tried to dethrone him this year. They've all tried. Like, you look at Hamilton has attempted, both the Ferraris.
Alonso was having a dig at the
end of the year.
Man, that's a fall from grace.
Yeah.
Far out. They were nowhere. I've never seen Alonso so nowhere since his McLaren Honda days.
It's amazing how much like McLaren's improved and Mercedes through the year, and then it's just Alonso, Aston Martin's just gone backwards.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I think you look at Aston Martin, probably the biggest demise to a season you've seen in a long time, and then McLaren total opposite.
Yeah,
that was 16th, 17th at the start of the season. Now they're podium, they're winning sprint races
with a rookie.
With he's a gun. We'll get to Norris later because he had an amazing drive, but we'll get through the race first. So, a couple of things I took out of it. Tsunoda looked really good throughout the race, got up to 8th, and then just made the most stupid mistake
on Piastri.
Yeah. So Piastri didn't, and I looked at the footage, didn't move from side to side.
No, he just turned in on it
and just fucked his race up. And it is so important for that team, AlphaTauri, for the points. Did you see the difference between finishing 10th on the championship to finishing 9th is $20 million?
Far out.
$20 million. So lucky
for the team.
So lucky Ricardo scored points. It's brought them off the bottom of the ladder of Constructors' Championship. And remember we talked about Drive to Survive, how important constructed points are.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing. Way too aggressive. He's just hot-headed, and he couldn't get past him the lap before, and then he tries a stupid move, turns in too quickly, and it brought me thinking, there's a reason why there's never been a Japanese world champion in both the Premier Class MotoGP and the Formula One. Like, it's just something. He's got the raw pace. They have the raw pace.
Yeah, they got the talent.
Like, the talent's amazing. And we look at. Stay with me, Jim. Stay with me. I'm not having a go at the whole Japanese race. Best country in the world.
Do you reckon,
Best country in the world.
The Japanese are going to come down on you after this?
If
they're too polite?
If we have some Japanese listeners, I'll actually be happy. Any hate from the Japanese because they're very polite
I think
people.
we've got a few listeners from Japan. We do.
Oh, well, hit us up if you're from Japan and
let us know why you crumble.
I good.
Ayumi Sasaki.
Tagged.
But he Sonoda'd the Sonoda on the weekend. But that was very disappointing because he could have sat there, finished ninth. Ricciardo would have got his 7th. Would have been a great weekend. So
yeah, it's a good point.
Just got to play the team game. Be smart about it.
You have to.
So, how good was Lando Norris's drive?
Amazing.
From 17th.
Amazing. And the other thing with his drive was he went down to 14th after the restart.
Yeah.
So you look at the guy's 14th. There's 30 laps to go. They're short laps. So there was 30 laps to go. So the guy passed 9 cars in 30 laps.
He had and it was quick
and had the medium tire on, which wasn't supposed to even last to the end. You saw George Russell crumble. George Russell came out of the pits at 5th, had the same tyre on, and then Lando still got him.
Yeah.
Piastri, the same thing, had brand new, I don't know if they were brand new or scrubbed, medium tyres. He's lightning at the end of the race. And that's the thing that's missing with Piastri at the moment, but you know what? He's a rookie.
Yeah,
right.
So
you can't expect that. Lando knows that car like the back of his hand. So
and how many seasons he's got under his belt?
Yeah, with that car, 4 seasons or whatever it is. So look, he knows that car. The car hasn't changed since last year as much in the technical side of things. So he knows the back to front. And like Piastri's obviously, did Piastri finish 10 seconds behind him? 12 seconds behind him. So decent difference. And we've seen that throughout the year, but he'll get there. Really impressive drive and climb back to 5th place. So pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was really good. He got the driver of the day, didn't he?
He deserved it, yeah.
Yeah, for sure he did. Really happy for Ricciardo as well coming back. I reckon it would have been a bit of pressure on him and then pull out 7th.
Yeah.
So
he was looking really good for most of the race as well. He sort of lost a couple of positions at the end, but
yeah,
that was bound to happen.
Good little battle with Russell at the end as well.
Yeah. I reckon one more lap he might have got him. So
it was looking
it was
loose.
Close.
It was looking loose for Ricciardo. I saw some of the onboard footage. He had that thing fucking sliding down everywhere.
Yeah.
He was really fighting it. Looked cool.
It was cool.
Yeah. Cool track.
Great track. Well, that stadium section is amazing.
Yeah.
Going through there.
The baseball stadium.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's really, really cool. 400,000 people there over the weekend.
Yeah. The third most attended Grand Prix of the year. So, do you guys see Kevin Magnussen's crash? That was a weird one.
Yeah.
They were saying his right suspension failed, but it was actually his left.
Oh, right.
So I rewatched the replay in slow-mo. When he actually went off in the last corner, and he must have just damaged the suspension slightly, and then he got halfway through the lap, failed him at the worst time.
Yeah.
And that awkward crash where you sort of go straight into the barriers, and he actually got out, looked like he was shaking a bit, but it was quite funny because Martin Brundle was like, "Oh, it doesn't look like that bad of a crash" on commentary.
Fucking gets pulverized.
It's like 220 k's into the barrier, but that's not a new modern F1. They're so safe, these things. So
yeah, fucking oath, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, another technical, but
yeah. So yeah, it's interesting times. I mean, the championship obviously is nowhere near as interesting as what obviously we're experiencing MotoGP, but
man, the championship.
We've got
it's just a battle for seconds.
But it seems like a lot of motorsport at the moment. We've got the Brazilian Grand Prix next weekend, so and then
it's just never ending.
No, it's never ending. And then in 2 weeks after that, we've got Las Vegas, and we're all looking forward to that.
That's gonna be cool.
So 19 days until Las Vegas gets underway. So
is Verstappen going to drop another race?
Oh, I think the only way he does is probably like a Vegas where they've never been there before.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So, because that was the only thing. Because remember back in Singapore, they didn't perform too well. They're actually nowhere when Sainz won. And
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
they both struggled.
I forgot about that.
And I think I'm not saying that Vegas is going to be a similar track, but it's a street circuit. It's a bit of an unknown.
Yeah, the grip. I wonder what the grip level's like there.
Who knows? It's going to be cool. We went to Vegas together.
Yeah.
And I thought the track was completely different to where I thought it was going to be. So when we're at Planet Hollywood and we're looking at it, is it the Bellagio, the opposite?
Oh fuck, I can't remember.
So they actually go. That's the front. That's the back straight there, and then they turn left.
Yeah, the back straight's the main strip, isn't it?
Yeah, the main strip. Yeah. And then they go past the Top Golf. So they turn left past Top Golf, then left again, and then that's the main straight.
Yeah,
I believe.
gotcha.
So, yeah. It's going to be interesting. So it's a Sunday 5 p.m. race, so that's fucking perfect for us, isn't it?
Oh, it's awesome for us.
In saying that, I've got my Trump again.
Yeah.
In saying that, I found myself last night at like 8 o'clock at night. You'll probably sound asleep by then, but I'm like, I wish Thailand was on at like normal time, 10 o'clock. Because I like when the race finishes, I can like watch TV for 20 and then I go to bed.
Yeah.
It was a bit of like
Still alive.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what do I do now? Like, you know. So I really do like those 10, 11 p.m. races.
Yeah,
Maybe not so much the 11 p.m. for the F1,
the
but
10 is the ultimate.
10's the ultimate. Because no one's annoying you, you know.
Yeah, well, I wasn't back home for Moto 3 after being at Phillip Island.
Yeah.
And then I had to watch Moto 2 GP.
But I think like for blokes and women with kids and stuff, the kids are in bed. Like it's a nice, relaxing time, you know.
That 11 o'clock for F1 is like that hour too late, especially if it's like a 2-hour race.
Yeah.
If it takes it to 1, and you're fucked.
Then if there's a red flag or something, forget it.
Yeah. You gotta watch it in the morning.
Yeah, it is just too late. It used to be 11:10. They actually brought it back by an hour.
Well, there you go.
I think it used to be 10 back in the day as well.
Oh, really?
As in, I think they went further an hour forward. So
yeah.
I remember once I think it was a Russian Grand Prix, and I thought it was on at 11. And you were watching it, and you messaged me, you're like, oh, fuck, crazy first lap. I was like, Dad, look at that. I was like, well, get the F1s are on. So like, I hate watching sport on replay, man.
It's impossible. You can't do it.
It's
like watching football or something.
You could do it back in the day when we were kids and we didn't have our phones sitting there with updates, but you can't do it. Like,
these days you can't. You open Instagram, everything's there.
100%. That was like me yesterday. I got home, I missed Moto 3, so I'm watching Moto 2. I can't look at my phone because I know bad MotoGP memes has already got shit up. Like, all the results are up, and if I see it, then I just crack it.
Yeah.
But it's so hard on a replay. It's not worth it. Well, back in like 2003 and early 2000s, MotoGP was on at 1 a.m. They used to replay it at 1 a.m. and we used to stay up and watch it at 12 o'clock at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they didn't even play it live?
They didn't play it. They must have had the rights or something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I think F1 always had it live, but just the race. I remember like waking up, because I couldn't stay up that late when I was a kid, waking up Monday morning, putting it on, and then like looking at the grid. Like, I've never watched qualifying in my life, except
Man, I don't remember watching qualifying until Fox Sports kind of came along.
Yeah.
I don't remember qualifying on Channel 10 at all.
Nah. No chance. No fucking chance.
You're lucky to get the warm-up lap on Channel 10.
Yeah, I know. Right? Yeah, so I told you, they used to go straight to the grid.
Yeah, I think it was straight to the grid. You'd miss warm-up lap.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
Bro, does he?
45 minutes
You don't get a chance. Did they show Moto 3, Moto 2?
Fuck no.
No way.
Bro,
it was just race, that was it.
Bro, what did like 35, like 40 minutes, and that's it.
Do you know
no podium, anything.
I got all my results of all that from Motorcycle News. We used to get it once a month. My old man used to get it through work.
The magazine.
The magazine. That's how you would get all the results.
That's Google. Crazy, man.
Yeah, these kids these days.
They don't know how lucky they've got it.
Mate.
I used to watch it on a VHS. Recorded. That's how I used to watch F1. Fucking record onto a tape.
There you go.
Did the hard yards.
Yeah. Well, anything to add with F1, boys?
Just happy that there's 2 Aussies in the top 10. Really.
Well, there's actually 3 Aussies in practice 1.
I was going to say, Doohan got
Jack
cracked.
Doohan was, yeah. So it was really cool to see 3 Aussies on, like, I don't remember that ever happening. Probably Ricardo, obviously Ricardo and Webber were first out, but there was never a 3rd Aussie.
Nah.
So that's pretty incredible. I mean, there's 20 drivers on the grid and, you know.
What's gone off Jack Doohan? Is he going to get a drive anytime soon?
Nah, I don't think so. I think he's going to be a test driver for another year. You don't see, they're not going to kick they're not going to kick the 2 Frenchmen out.
Nah, no way. Not a chance.
Pierre and Gasly and Ocon. So.
Yeah.
But he's driving F2 again next year, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we see him.
He's got some talent. Yeah, he's got some real talent.
Well, he's won a few races.
Yeah.
So
got the name behind him.
Doing okay.
Doing okay. Yeah.
Fucking cool, man. Good on him.
That's legendary.
But yeah, no, that's everything for me. What about you, Daniel?
No, I was trying to catch up today on everything else. So I didn't get to watch a lot of it. Just little snippets. Those little KO minis.
Yeah. Fuck, so much, man. There's too much going on.
Well, you know there's a lot going on at the moment is the MotoGP World Championship.
Mate, that's incredible.
It's boiling point. It's boiling point.
It's awesome.
For so many different reasons.
I know, like it's just crazy. So, and I loved the end of that race, and the commentators were like, "This is why we love it, you know. This is why it's the best racing in the world."
Yeah.
Like it showed it, like how crazy. There's so many moments in that race that we can talk about, like Bagnai's double pass going to the last corner.
On the outside.
On the outside. How did he keep that?
How did he keep that? And like, just so on the edge, you know?
Binder backing it in everywhere, not cooking his tyres.
Yeah, I know. Martin going like back behind and then passing him again. Like, that was a bit of an unreal pass as well.
I thought once Binder got through, I was like, he's going to take off. And somehow Martin got back through. It was fucking
me too.
incredible.
That's what I thought.
I'm surprised they stayed, all three of them, together for so long.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I was like, nah, one's coming off, if
Yeah.
not two.
Yeah.
Hats off to Bagnai, man. He's relentless.
Smart
Relentless.
as well.
Yeah.
Something in that country, they're just relentless kind of people.
Something in the blood, you know.
Something in the espressos.
But man, that's again another champion's ride. That
Yeah, it was.
But even Martin's ride was the ride of a champion, man.
True.
That's
Where do you draw the line?
That championship is. I wonder if there's any tension between them at the moment.
Yeah, there is. 100%. You could see it in Park Ferme, mate.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
There was just a little freaking dap it up, and that was it.
Yeah.
There was no.
It has to be like you
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, it's not. It can't be. It's so much on the line. It can't be lovey-dovey.
No. I think Martin's starting to feel a bit of pressure now.
Would you see him before the race? He was like head down, had the wet towel on.
Yeah.
Like,
In the zone.
In the zone.
Good on him.
And he needed to bring that back. I was so happy he won. Like I love all of them, but
I spewed
I
for
want-
Binder
I know I'm spewing for Binder, and he got fucking.
and demoted
yeah,
again.
demoted again. What a fucking
Imagine if
pain.
that's pinnacle for the championship later in
I know,
the year.
that's
4
right.
points.
You never know, man. It's getting to it.
So he only took 5 points off him because it was 25 and 20, isn't it? First and second.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
So he clawed back an extra 4 points getting
Yeah.
into second place.
Mm.
So he was lucky there.
It could be, mate. Every point is going to be so important.
Everything
You
counts.
can't
now.
make it, and you can't really make a mistake. Like you can, you can't. You can't really make a mistake. Like but the thing with Bagnaia, man, is he's just so good at clawing back a race from nowhere.
Yeah.
Like he had a shit start, and
Shock,
he's
he got
just,
beaten up. He got smashed.
You just can't. He won't just stay in eighth. Like
No.
he'll always claw himself back.
He's just got to be careful with his qualifying now because that's where accidents happen.
Yeah, if he gets, I was waiting for Marquez to go up his ass. He was tailing him at one stage. Marquez.
Well, friggin' Mighty Maverick almost ran up the rear of him.
Yeah, at the
like,
start of the race. Yeah.
you know what I mean? And we seen it happen last year to Quadraro when Marquez, he ran up the back of Marquez.
yeah.
Like when you're in that mid pack, anything can happen. Martin's doing all the right things. Obviously, he's got the pace. You know, he's
Yeah.
got the skill, and he's putting it on pole. He's putting himself in the best position.
Yeah.
So it's it's definitely going to be interesting, man. Like,
Bro.
but Pecco's just, I think, still smarter than what he was a couple of years ago.
He's still the smartest out there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, smarter
Just
than
bring
Martin.
the points home.
Yeah. But it's getting to the point where, like, you know, it's a straight shootout between them two, Pick and Martin.
Oh, any day of the week.
Yeah, I think the sprint race has helped Martin immensely
Yeah.
because he's so strong in those short. Like obviously in qualifying, he's so strong as well.
You know what's going to be a good race? Qatar, 'cause that's a Ducati track.
That's going to be unreal.
That's going to be that sprint race will be crazy.
They took it. Bagnaia took him out 2 years ago.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
It's coming into turn one.
Turn one, yeah.
First race of the year.
That's going to be fuck.
That's going to be a good race.
Yeah, real good sprint. It'll be one of the better sprint races as well, I reckon.
But see, I wouldn't be surprised if someone like Binder's up there again for that.
Man,
You know what I mean? And you put Bezzecchi back in the fold for that too.
what's going on with KTM? Binder's up there, and
It's not what's going on with KTM. Let's be real. We've spoken about this so many times, man.
bro, fucking
He's just struggling.
Miller, man.
17th. We'll get the
Yeah,
results
it
up
was.
for us. Start with MotoGP. Since
Yeah, we got excited.
3,
Yeah.
2, sprint or
Yeah,
mate,
start with
let's
sprint,
go
yeah.
sprint. Martin first, Binder second, Marini third, Mark Marquez fourth, Aleix fifth, Bez sixth, Pecco 7, Alex Marquez 8, Zarco 9, Miller 10th.
Okay.
So not bad in the sprint.
Yeah. Man, I was sitting back watching the sprint and thinking how quick these bikes look. I don't know, it was something about that track, but they were just backing him into the corners.
You know,
That's
that's
some heavy
They look
braking
so
zones.
fast. They just look ridiculous.
that track's just like a big, boring slab of concrete in the middle of nowhere, but fuck, it produces good racing.
Oh,
It's always had a good racing.
Great track. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. And yeah, like I couldn't name I could name one corner, the last corner and the first corner, but everything in between's a bit of a
Singer beer corner, isn't it?
But there's that corner where they come off the straight and it's a quick left, and then another left little hairpin.
Yeah.
And they look like they take 4 different lines through that corner.
Yeah.
And they like some pick it up, some don't pick it up. Like it was really interesting.
Marquez takes a completely different.
Completely different.
So everyone.
Martin turns it in early and then lets it drift for the outside.
It go out and come back.
Some people start from the outside and come in. So that was where I think that was the where Binder went off for the track limits in the race.
Yes.
That where you go
coming out.
Yeah, really cool spot that, and that's where Marquez had his big crash a few years ago.
It's a good track. It's a really good track.
Yeah, like compare that to Mandalika. It's fucking chalk and cheese.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Mandalika is just cool because it's next to the ocean, like Phillip Islands. All right, what about main race?
Main race.
Just before we get the main race or qualifying, Ania Bastianini qualified last.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's rough, man, on that fucking Duke.
What was the back three? It was
Marini. No, sorry, it was Bastianini, Quartararo.
It was 3 stars.
It was 3 world and 1 me.
Yeah,
it was 3 world champions, I believe.
Yeah,
but that's like when we were at Phillip Island in Q1. There was Marquez.
Yeah.
Mia,
yeah,
Quartararo, and Pecco.
The last
was
4
like
world champions.
11 or 12 championships in Q1. Like, how crazy.
Crazy.
Main race results. Martin, Pecco, Binder, Bez 4th, Fabio 5th.
Great race by Fabio.
Marquez 6th, Marini 7th, Aleix 8th, De Gea 9th. Good race to come back from 17th.
Yeah.
And Zarco 10th.
Zarco had a bit of a shocker for the weekend.
Yeah.
He actually 10th actually not too bad. He must have gathered a couple of places because I reckon he was out sort of 13th, 14th when I last looked.
When was the last time both Repsol Hondas finished a main Grand Prix?
True.
Marquez.
They didn't touch on that, did 12th. They? And I think so. Jack Miller finished 16th, but Augusto Fernandez and Pol Espargaro crashed.
No,
I reckon. Oh, maybe it was in the sprint. Fernandez crashed, but Pol Espargaro definitely crashed.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure.
I don't remember that.
No.
I know. I think Fernandez ran out of fuel or something, and Bez had to.
Yeah, times don't say that.
Yeah, only 21 seconds behind.
So.
But yeah, what's going on with Miller? Like,
yeah, look at the last 3, all KTM.
Yeah.
So it is interesting. Man. It must. I mean, that just shows you how fucking amazing Brad Binder is.
Brad Binder is amazing. But, you know, Miller's behind Juan Mir on that Honda, is behind Takaki Nakagami and Raul Fernandez.
That's the barometer is Takaki Nakagami.
Yeah, seriously.
It is.
He's only on that ride because of his nationality.
All jokes aside, if he's not finishing last, you've had a terrible fucking day.
Yeah. If you're behind him, pack it up. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like you said earlier, James Boucheco, it's just in between the ears, man.
It must be.
It's got to be. He just doesn't... I don't know. He doesn't look like he's there.
So it was interesting. Aleix Espargaro got a 3-second penalty, I believe.
Yeah, tire pressure.
So first ever time.
I think that's the first penalty that's been handed out.
Because I think they've had warnings, but he's had a warning before, and this is his second warning.
Yes, Marquez got his first warning this weekend.
And Vinales has had a warning before.
I think Vinales got the first warning. I think.
So it's interesting. So that dropped him from 5th to 8th, didn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yep.
I think you're right. So Brad Binder again, like you said, on the green.
Yeah,
man, no.
It deserved. I mean, that's the rules. That's the rules.
So. And I think he knew. Yeah, he knew that time as well.
But I reckon they should probably change that rule because he didn't get any advantage from that. Being out on that green paint, there's no advantage there. I don't think.
And it turns into a grey area.
Yeah, that's right.
What's the World Superbikes rule on that?
Same thing.
Yeah, it's all under Dorna. Same rules.
Top Rack did a Brad Binder.
Right.
He finished. He crossed the line first in race 2.
Yep.
Got demoted to second.
So annoying.
What's going to happen with Repsol Honda? So is what's his name?
De Gea.
De Gea going to go?
Well, apparently he's going to make an announcement in Malaysia. Is what I've read.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whether that's the Repsol ride,
it has to be.
Who knows?
Bold move, Oliveira not wanting to go with it.
Is that confirmed?
Well, they've shut it down.
I think it's all but, yeah.
I mean, that's...
all the Aprilia guys that were linked to shut it down.
That's smart, though.
Well, if you're Vinales or something like that, there's no way you would go.
No, not at that twilight of their careers.
Unless you're getting like a mad paycheck. But I think still thinks he can win.
Yeah. I think Zarco's in the other end of the spectrum where he's like, done my bit, go to the Honda.
Yeah,
just take the paycheck,
earn my money,
man,
and then he's got his win now, so he can die happy.
Yeah, just go around waving at people.
Yeah, developing the bike,
doing backflips. Oh no, not doing backflips, I should say.
No, that's right.
Who knows though, man? Like,
who
knows?
Honda came out and said there's still other people in the pipeline.
Got to remember, Honda won a race this year. We forget
Yeah.
that they won a race this year. The bike has the ability to win one race. Okay, so I know it wins at all the cards were in a line, but you have to be up there.
You still got to be there to win it. Like he still put himself in the best position.
It's just not a championship winning bike.
Correct.
Nowhere near it.
No, way too far off.
Yeah.
I definitely think Yamaha are closer than Honda to win a championship.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Throw more money at it.
Fucking Yamaha was terrible at Phillip Island. Like, just couldn't hook up at all.
Bro, Morbidelli 11th. I thought that was actually impressive until I'm looking at the results. I'm thinking that's 11 seconds from the lead. Did they slow up a little bit at the front? Because
they would have chopped each other up. But
the gaps don't seem that large. That's all.
11 seconds, still a long time. Did you see the Italian media came out and said, apparently it's such an Italian media thing to say, that Marc Marquez and Honda have like a secret deal. So, have you heard this?
No.
There's a secret deal between Marc Marquez and Honda that if Honda make like leaps and bounds next year, that he's signed the pre-contract to go. It's never ending to go back on the Repsol Honda.
Yeah, because.
But what would the contract have to be? They would finish top 3 in the championship or something.
I have no idea. It would have to be. Yeah, it would be on Marc Marquez, obviously, to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think anyone would take Marquez in the right time, like, at the moment.
Such an Italian media.
Because they've never made shonky deals.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah, so...
Well, it's going to be interesting that he's confirmed now to ride the Ducati in the Valencia test.
Yeah, that's going to be good. I can't wait to watch that.
Man, that's going to be the biggest thing since... probably Rossi's switch to Ducati or Lorenzo's.
Yeah, I can't remember Rossi, last time it's been such a big change.
It'll probably be bigger.
Yeah. The media there
especially
with
crazy. Social media these days. Like, there'll just be heaps more coverage of it.
Imagine if he goes out and just fucking starts pumping times.
Yeah, but
doesn't
Maverick. Yeah, Mavericks does that, and you know what I mean. But the difference is, at least Mark will continue that.
Yeah, well, he's got 8 world titles under his belt. Let's be honest. Poor Maverick.
It's not 9 like Rossi, but
no, it could be soon, but
imagine on the Italian manufacturer.
I know, an Italian team
sponsored
crazy, by a Spanish beer.
Are you still going with that? Still running with that?
Yeah, straight Galicia. It'll be a different color bike next year. Well,
you reckon?
Yeah. Well, it depends if the sponsor fucking pumps money into it.
But Australia Galicia is blue anyway.
Yeah, like it'll be like a different looking bike.
Yeah.
It'll have their logo on the side. We'll know that.
Yeah, we know that much.
As if you wouldn't, but like there's gonna be cameras all over Marc Marquez.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
that's massive. Like I said when it happened, it's massive for Grassini.
Yeah,
like in terms of what they're gonna get out of it.
And we saw that at Phillip Island. I think like how much smaller the team is. Like it is obviously a smaller team, less facilities. I think they were probably eating in the Ducati tent, but. You know, there's no Grassini anywhere except like the little pit box. So we got Ducati everywhere, KTM everywhere. So it'll be interesting. Like Marquez is going to be sitting alongside Bagnaia at the catering area. So those little things you don't realise, you know. Like when you go to the back of the picture, you go, wow, these guys are, you know, this is how it works.
No, didn't factory Ducati and VR46 have 2 separate?
Yeah, the
VR46. I think they might all have their separate one.
Oh, okay.
I swear when we walked through the back there was.
They did.
There was a VR46 one?
Yeah, and then there was a Red Bull one and an HRC one. I don't know where Grassini went.
No, I think Grassini ate it at the... I don't know.
Well, maybe just the Ducati course one then.
Yeah.
But I think overseas they got their own.
Right.
Because all their trucks and shit are there.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And Marquez and Alex Marquez have their own truck anyway. Have you seen that big
do they?
Yeah, you can do the Airbnb experience at Marquez.
No way.
Yeah. And they've got all their own big personal one. I think Aleix Espargaro's got his own one as well.
Right.
Yeah, I think everyone... I was watching that doco that they did, and everyone was like, oh, Aleix bought this one, so we're going to buy this one. And all the riders end up buying their own.
They're motorhomes.
Yeah, like my bikes go in here.
Yeah,
my push bikes go in here.
That's cool.
That's pretty dope. But
yeah, it's a lot. There's lots happening, but what a championship, man.
Dude, it's awesome, man. Like,
and I don't know who's going to win. Like, my money's still on Bags, but...
Yeah, still is.
My money's still on back.
You're not a betting man.
No, I'm not. I'd love Martin to win.
Yeah.
Fuck, it would be so good.
I think
I really like it.
It's going to be crazy either way. You know?
It's still very much open. I think Martin's going to throw a lot more at it.
Whoever
Try
wins
go
will
for the
deserve
win.
it.
So,
man, imagine I'm thinking, you know how we're talking about sprint race guitar? I'm thinking sprint race at Valencia. It's going to be...
Yeah, especially going into that last corner.
It's going to be crazy. So...
Is it going to go down to Valencia, you reckon?
No, I don't think so.
I think it will.
Really?
No. Something's going to happen either end.
37 points. They're going to be 37 points leading, though. Going into Valencia.
Going into Valencia.
It's a lot. I reckon it's going to Valencia.
You reckon?
If there was no
to the sprint
race?
To the main race?
I reckon to the main race. 25
I mean, it'd be
points.
freaking awesome if it does.
Yeah.
It'd be fantastic if it does. But I don't know, I just feel like something's going to happen one way or the other. And then someone's going to be like, beautiful, take a bit more, relax, bring the points home, and that's it.
You know what's happening next round? We'll probably dive into it more next week. But Bautista, racing in Malaysia.
True.
Imagine if he takes one of them out.
Bro, don't even. They probably will. They'll probably try and take Martin out. He's probably got a fucking beeline for him.
That's right.
It would do that, bloody.
So
Italians.
that's in 2 weeks' time. Oh, that's again Malaysia
It just
as well.
adds another.
How exciting!
Great track as well, Malaysia.
So
both good at that track.
So 3 races left, yeah.
Yeah.
Malaysia, Qatar, Valencia.
Anything can happen. Could see another Iagura moment.
Surely they just say, if you're up there, just stay out of it.
And Valencia's a week after Qatar this year, which would be interesting. It's normally a couple week.
It's normally a 2 week break.
Yeah, I think maybe 3 weeks.
I was going to say, I think it's a 3 week break normally.
Fuck.
Because then they go into testing, obviously, after that. So, it's hotting up, boys.
Quick,
we better jump on Moto 2 because we're going to bloody yap on about Moto 2.
About it. So, let's get rid of that and that. Moto 2, Fermin Aldeguer.
Boom, Boscoscuro.
Good win. 4-second win. Pedro 2nd. Chantra 3rd. Arbolino 4th. Agura 5th.
Wow.
Marcos Ramirez 6th. Albert Arenas 7th. Alonso Lopez 8th. Guevara 9th.
Good ride.
And our boy Manuel Gonzalez 10th.
Hey.
Legend.
Speaking of Grassini, so he's riding for the Grassini team next year.
Correct.
It's cool.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool little bubble to be in.
I think it's him and Albert Arenas are teammates next year.
Albert Arenas has got like serial killer eyes. Get up a photo of Albert Arenas. Check it out. He murders people. He scares me. Go on, get. Look at his
Oh, it looks so nice.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that.
Yeah, he does.
Bro, he's a scary man.
He looks like an actor on the left. Looks like a motorcycle rider. No, with those eyes, but
He's seen some things, Albert Arenas. Fucking clip that one in, you fucking legend.
But yeah, a couple of things I took out of the race was definitely, I think Acosta was just cruising, to be honest.
Yeah, take the points home.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, why would you risk it?
Because I messaged you and I think it was like 3.5 seconds, got down to 2 seconds, and then just like went back out to 3.
Yeah,
like,
old mate just ran wide.
Yeah, true.
Went way too hot into the corner.
I'll let you do the honours to ask Daniel the question about.
Daniel, what do you think of your boy, Jake Dixon?
And he's going around calling other people clowns trying to make moves like that.
That was a bad
That was just
move.
silly. Like,
yeah, so overly aggressive.
You know what? I've had enough. Like, I don't even want to talk about him anymore.
That's the ultimate disrespect, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's not even worth talking about.
Nah.
He landed pretty heavy on his already fucked shoulder, so...
I think he walked away from it, though. I don't think
that's alright.
He never looked even close to making the move, though.
No, he came from a long way back.
And
he was going to run wide even if it was no one in front of him.
Yeah, and... Yeah. I don't know what he was thinking.
That's the thing, but like...
brain fart.
If he just didn't say those things at the start of the year at Silverstone, wherever it was, none of this would be happening right now.
No, that's right.
We wouldn't even say, oh, fuck, that was a bad crash.
Yeah.
I hope he's alright. But now Daniel, wants nothing to do with it.
But it was a couple of times as well. I think it was in France as well. He made some ridiculous comments.
Yeah, a few times.
Saying about the next Mark Marquez.
Oh, bro.
That was
ridiculous.
All right, time for a rent. Yeah, silly move, but...
shout out to Chandra getting a podium in his home race as well.
Yeah, it was awesome. And they had the special livery this weekend, I think.
Yeah. And a lot of people had special helmets and stuff as well.
Yeah, some cool leads getting around.
It's big sport in Thailand. The Thai come out for the
Yeah, they do.
They love it, man. Not like going
140,000.
Like India, there was like
that's a good.
Yeah, for the weekend.
140,000.
For the weekend,
That's massive.
Well, it's compared to 100 in Indonesia. I thought that was really good. And I remember we were talking to our friend Manuel. He was saying it's in the middle of nowhere. This joint.
Yeah.
So they got to get a. He said it was quite a lovely place, but they said from it's a 4-hour drive from Bangkok, north of Bangkok. Like it's in the middle of nowhere. Yeah,
there's be fucking huts out there.
45-minute plane ride, but like imagine the bloody still have propellers on it getting there. Like they wouldn't be. How hard would we get there?
Yeah, it'd be a pain for sure.
Like it's not like Philippine. We think 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
It's double the time, and I'm going to assume that probably the roads aren't as nice as driving down to Philippine, so 4 hours might be.
And the roads down to Philippine are shit.
Yeah,
yeah, and some of them probably dart through. Imagine Valentino Rossi darting through Cranbourne, get fucking glassed on his way through.
Take the Packy exit.
But you have to admit, like we look at those, MotoGP riders like your Rossies and Marquez, they're all getting helicoptered in.
Oh,
but these Moto2 riders and Moto3 riders, they're in the back of a tuk-tuk, man. like I say, like this. It's not easy.
They chuck Jake Dixon in the back of a cage of 6 other pigs.
So they should,
bro. Think about this. You've been away for 2 months of the year. Like you've been away for a long time. This is a third of a triple headder. You land in Bangkok, and they're like, "Come on, guys,
4 hours.
Get in the car."
You'd be fucking over.
4-hour drive.
You've
flown 8 hours from Australia to get there. Another 4 hours in a car. Like it's not glamorous. This sport.
What about if you get taken out after all that in the first corner, or Jake Dixon runs up your ass, and then you're going to drive 4 hours back?
Yeah,
it's not all rainbows and butterflies, is it? This sport,
but surely it'd go 2 ways. I know there was a few riders that left real last minute to go.
Yeah,
or they'd probably go straight away and stay a few days in the main city.
I think
somewhere.
Jorge Martin left.
He went to Sydney.
Late. Yeah, he was in Sydney for a couple of days.
I think DeGio as well was in Melbourne for a bit, or Quadrara, or one of them.
Yeah, you're right. And other things that we notice at Philippine, like you see, like I guess the unglamorous side of it, like fucking Manny Gonzalez packing up, moving pallets of shit.
Yeah,
like,
he was
just
helping
after
the
a
team
race,
pack up,
helping all that. Like it's still all that.
Shows a lot of character, I reckon.
Yeah, I was gonna say what a legend, but
yeah.
That just speaks volumes.
There's a lot of Spanish in that top 11, isn't there? Fuck.
Yeah, they're dominating in the twos, aren't they? But championship's almost sewn up. I think it's literally just a formality next round.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna almost just get a couple points, isn't it?
I think so. But I mean, credit to Arbolino. He got bashed around a little bit to come back, put it fourth.
Yeah,
he dropped quite a bit at the start of the race, so
he must be a top contender next year then. Arbolino.
You'd think
Guru's going to drop down. He ain't going to do shit. Seriously,
well,
he's time in the shop.
I reckon Gonzalez. I know we're fanboying a bit, but I reckon he'll be good. He's going to be good next year.
Well, you're gonna see the jump up next year. I hope, and is how it should have. People like Alonso Lopez should be contending.
Hopefully,
yeah.
But then you should see the guys like
Aldeguer.
Fermin Aldeguer, Guevara should step up. Dennis Foggia should step up.
Sergio Garcia.
Yeah, Sergio. Like all those guys that
dominated threes.
Yeah, and this is that. You gotta remember, this is their rookie year.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting next year.
So it's gonna be those guys who can really.
Canet again will be up there.
Yeah, Canet. Fucking oath.
Oh, he jumped the start, didn't he? Double long lap.
Yeah, double long lap.
So those guys, it'll be that's then their time to shine. It takes 2 or 3 years normally for Moto2, but
unless you're like a goat or you're a star, like you just don't have it straight away.
Yeah,
correct.
But like second year,
Honchu's gonna be interesting next year on the Moto2 bike.
But like you look at fucking Guevara, Foggia, man, you haven't heard those names all year, but last year they were everywhere.
Yeah.
I think Guevara had I think broke his leg or something at the start of the year.
Yeah, it didn't help.
You can really like disappear quickly in the MotoGP paddock.
But 100%. But you know what's interesting is at the start of the year, Dennis Foggia, Guevara weren't 12th and 9th. They were 18th and 21st or further back. So I've actually noticed them trying to take notice of where they're finishing the last few rounds, and they actually have. Obviously, they're gelling a bit more to the bike now, understanding it.
How does Sam Lowe's go from winning races to doing nothing when he's only getting older and better?
Yeah, I think that's.
Is it age?
Probably. All these young guys are probably a bit more hungry.
Yeah.
Probably throwing a bit more at it than what he is.
It's probably age, yeah.
But, you know, Super's next year for him.
Is Mark VDS in Moto 2 next year? Am I crazy to thinking they're not there?
Yeah, I think
they're there?
they've still got a team.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can't remember who's taking Lowe's spot, though, and Arbolino's teammate.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find it out.
Might be... Was it Salach, maybe? I can't remember. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure.
But yeah, like... It's a stacked field, man. We always say it. It is going to be such a stacked field next year.
Yeah, I mean, it is this year. I mean, I can't imagine how it's going to be next year.
Massier's going up, isn't he, as well, with Honshu?
I think so, yeah.
Another two big names.
But they might not do anything, you know. They might be doing
what the boys from last year were doing.
I remember Rins went into Moto 2, and I think he won his second race in Circuit of Americas in Austin.
In Coda.
And I remember seeing him thinking, fuck, this guy's going to be an animal. But... It's just, Moto 2 is that it's the perfect, we always say it, but it's that perfect fucking category to see who's
going to do what.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see. Well, like you said, it's a good point with Foggia and Guevara starting to pick up, you know, into those point scoring positions. But, yeah.
For sure.
Looking forward to next year, absolutely. It's going to be awesome, man. But Alonso Lopez frustrates me, but...
Yeah, he's got the glimpses, man. But he's only young. Fuck, he's only young.
I know, but still, like, just put it together, man.
I know.
Come on, dude.
Next year's his year, I think.
Surely he'd have to be, him and Arbolino would have to be favourites.
Yeah,
and Canet.
Remind us next at the end of the season, so after Valencia, our podcast, let's do predictions of Moto 3, Moto 2, MotoGP champion for 2020.
Yeah, Hundy.
And we'll go back and see how we go.
Oh, we got all of off-season talking about it as
well.
I'm going to throw some more shit at the wall.
Oh, yeah. Fucking oath. You'll say, Guru will win the title or something crazy.
Hey, you know, fucking anything could happen. Look at the Vietnam War.
Guerrilla warfare.
Yeah, they fucking won.
History Republica.
Moto 3, brother.
Moto 3. David Alonso first. Furasado second. Colin Via third. Masia fourth. Onshu fifth. Holgado 6th, Matteo Bertelli 7th, Riccardo Rossi 8th, Yamanaka 9th, and Kato Toba 10th.
Boom.
Boom.
David Alonso, future fucking star. How many wins is that in his rookie year?
4.
And
he's like, he's only 40 points away.
He's Colombian.
Is he a little bit of like a sleeper?
Yeah.
Like, have we talked about him that much?
We have.
We
raved on about him when he wins.
I just don't think they talk about him as much.
You know what? It's always hard with Moto 3 because you don't know who's coming in from where.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the same as Guevara.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh, it's Foggia and Garcia. They're going to win the championship.
Yeah.
And then fucking boom, he comes in, sweeps everyone.
And it's not like they can talk about it during the race because it's always action-packed.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
True.
But, David Alonso is a future star.
Who finished second, sorry, Daniel?
Teo Furasado.
I've never heard of that name before, to be honest.
Really? He's been in, I think, a couple of years, maybe?
I think so. Good race. That was an awesome race to watch.
You know what? There's the Japanese do have riders in this paddock. Look at the top 10. There's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Furasado, fucking Yamanaka, and Kato Toba.
Yep.
So what happened? What happens?
You missed Sasaki.
What happens to Sasaki? Because he ran up the bum.
He ran at the back of was it Munoz? Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been. So what happened with Munoz? Did he just miss a gear or something? Or?
I think it was a mechanical.
Yeah, they reckon that was gearbox.
Unlucky for Sasaki though.
It
just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That onboard footage was crazy.
So from what Crayfar said, it was he overheard him talking. It's like the bike went down a gear rather than up, and like sort of compression.
The old
lock.
Atomic 125 style.
Yeah. And just locked up.
Went back to first. Fucking hell. Terrible.
But yeah, that was stiff.
There you go.
But Holgado did well to dodge it and not drop his bike.
Yeah.
Or to bloody run over Sasaki.
And Kelso did well. Stayed in the lead group. He just couldn't get through, but 12th.
It was a tight lead group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's half his... And I've touched on this many times. Half his problem. Like, he looked amazing at Phillip Island. Obviously, different conditions. But when he had space around him and there wasn't that big pack mentality, I think he really struggles with those big packs.
Yeah.
And I think that hustle and bustle, I think he just can't handle. He might be like a Lorenzo where he just gets out in front and goes, you know?
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting to see. And I think that's never going to happen in Moto 3, obviously. So
no, it happens like once.
He's going to have to either go super sport where, you know, they go to die. or get a Moto 2 chance, obviously, after next year. But we'll see how he goes.
Yeah, he's got some more experience.
He might prove me wrong,
well.
so...
That's another year under the belt.
Yeah.
Does wonders. Did you guys see Furasado knocking elbows with Via and then on shoe? That was unreal, man.
Bit of a Max Biaggi, Valentino Rossi about it.
Proper elbows out. It was so good to see. And then Via's save on the last lap.
Yeah, I know. And then still got a podium.
And
Amazing.
still podiumed. Yeah, it was a good race.
Yeah, it's
always good.
It's always good, man.
So, and I think championship's pretty open. Oh, Massey's blown out a 20-point lead. Sorry.
Yeah, because of
Saki's.
I was kind of hoping Massey would have a shocker, so I'd bring David Alonso back into it.
Well, he's only 40-odd points down. So, look, 3 races, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, yeah.
It's Moto 3, like, it's always tight.
Mm.
But, yeah, unreal stuff.
Yeah, great racing. Unbelievable racing.
What's next? What's next on our agenda of motorsport?
Well, I wanted to touch on Supercars.
Yeah.
Yep. They were up at the Gold Coast this week, and...
What is it, the Gold Coast 600?
500. 250-kilometre race on Saturday, 250-kilometre race on Sunday.
Half its problem.
I sat down Sunday and really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Thoroughly enjoyed it. The championship's coming down to the wire. So... You got Kostecki on 2,696 points.
Fucking ridiculous.
I think James would love this. And Van Gisbergen 2,506. They could just go to a 25 to a 20.
None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense to me.
I don't know why they do it. So one event to go. They got the Adelaide 500 in a few weeks, or a couple of weeks, and there's 300 points on the line, so it's right open.
So Gold Coast, what used to be an endurance race, it's not anymore.
No.
Right.
There's no such thing as an endurance series. I think it's only Sandown and Bathurst. Correct me if I'm wrong. Daniel?
Oh. Got me stumped, mate.
You should do that to me with Superbikes later.
Yeah.
But something announced today, a bit of breaking news, which I like it, but I don't like it. So V8 Supercars next year are going to have the Bathurst 12-hour and a Bathurst 500 event 1 week after another, to launch the V8 Supercars season. So the Bathurst 12-hour is going to be obviously sports cars.
Yeah, there's GT cars.
And then the week after, they're going to do 250 races at Bathurst on a Saturday and Sunday.
And that's V8s.
That's V8s. This is to start the season next year. Yeah, so they're calling it Bathurst.
They haven't done that before.
They've done a sprint race there before in COVID.
That's what it was.
So Bathurst Superfest, they're calling it. They announced it today yesterday, I should say. Which, yeah, I mean... And I think personally it took a little bit... I mean, it's awesome to go to Bathurst, but it took a little bit of sting out of the Bathurst 1000 when they had the sprint race there, because it's, you only go there once a year. So...
I don't mind it because I feel like we're approaching this the same way as we looked at the sprint race.
Yeah, yep.
You know, I think more Bathurst the better, to be honest.
But man, imagine how crazy that event's going to be. You get up there on the Friday the week before, watch the Bathurst 12-hour.
Yeah.
You're camping or whatever you're doing from the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
There'll be some heads. After 10 days.
They'll be burying some VBs down up in the mountain.
Oh yeah.
And then you got V8 Supercar weekend.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be an awesome week to 10 days for people.
I like it. I really want to go to that 12-hour.
Well, that's the event that we could think about going to next year.
We'll get it. We'll camp and get to set up the pod in fucking a tent.
Bro, we should fucking book that hotel. It's on the last corner. That's a Mint hotel. But that's we need to sell some more air fresheners for that. So, as I said, I was sitting there and I was thoroughly enjoying the race. And
so why did you enjoy it?
I don't know. And this goes back to where...
Was it a good race?
Yeah, it was a fantastic... Both the races, both Saturday and Sunday, were awesome.
Good. A lot of passing?
Well, a lot of passing. Brody Kostecki was leading with 7 laps to go. David Reynolds hasn't won a race in, I think, 3 years. Passed him into the last, a surprise pass.
To win?
Yeah.
Right.
They're mad.
And... Yeah, there was I don't forget who it was, but span around with 5 laps to go. Scotty Pye came out of nowhere, fucking cleaned him up. Puts on Instagram, dumbest driver on the grid. So there's a bit of that happening. You showed me the video of the 2 super truck drivers.
Oh, punching on in the back of the paddock.
Yeah. That was interesting because I was watching that live, that super truck, whatever they call it, event, and they're Aussie larrikins, man. They're driving those things. It's a big series, but. It's more grassroots sort of race.
It's not a big series, man. It's a fucking... It's a Ranger. They for some reason put a V8 in it. It's terrible racing. See, even Syria.
I think you should actually watch the racing, James, because
I watched it at Bathurst. It was just spread out. It was like they all had aero on it.
Well, it wasn't that bad this week, and I'm trying my hardest. All right, I'm trying my hardest because I love the events. Like, I really enjoyed watching it. So
I actually did notice a lot more about it on TV.
Yeah, so did I,
through social media and stuff.
Bro,
Gold Coast is traditionally a pretty good one.
It's an event up there, man. I'd love to go one day.
I see that they did a video with Van Gisberg. Oh, I can't remember who else it was. Wingcup. Was it Jamie Wingcup and someone else? This like throwback. They were driving like a VL.
Yeah.
And then they go to the car wash and it turns into some
That's
other
cool.
That's cool.
VK.
I am hard on V8s, obviously.
You're passionate.
Yeah, but I guess the Gold Coast, I've always missed it because it was on the same week as MotoGP.
Yeah.
And then, like, just watching V8s, man, that's your Sunday gone. And
That's a full day.
That's a full day. It's a Saturday and Sunday.
James, you're contradicting yourself. You go, I really want the 500-kilometer race on the Sunday, but then he doesn't want to sit and watch it. So fucking hell, that's the problem. No one watches a fucking full 500-kilometer race, so they split it on the Saturday, they split it on the Sunday, so then you can watch a bit of both.
Yeah, but that's also my point.
So what they've done now, and if they just explained it to the people, it would be so much easier. So they do qualifying on the Saturday morning, and then a top 10 shootout, and then the race. And then they do qualifying on Sunday morning, a top 10 shootout, and the race.
Too much.
No, it's all right as long as we know what's going on. That's the problem. Remember the Australian Grand Prix? They're qualifying for like race 14 where they haven't even raced race 13 yet. Like, that's ridiculous in my opinion.
Well, that is ridiculous. Yeah. I think the thing is, like, the Gold Coast is cool because it's like a cool straight circuit. But you're not going to sit down on Sunday and watch Winton Race Day at Barbagallo.
No.
That's where the problem lies.
But if the amazing thing at the moment is, I think we're getting to the end of the season and everything gets more exciting because the championship. And yeah, I mean, exactly right. All the races at the start of the season, no one gives two fucking fucks about. So
I think that's a good move though, bringing in Bathurst for that sprint. I like that. I think that's a good move.
Okay. So yeah, Bathurst 500 is replacing the Newcastle 500.
I wonder why Newcastle pulled out.
Money, I reckon. So it'd cost a lot of money to put the event on, closing all the roads and stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. But wouldn't it? Yeah, maybe just obviously the people aren't coming to pay for that.
But yeah, and then like that, and we do talk about the events and crowds and stuff. Man, Bathurst had the biggest crowd they've ever had.
Yeah, that's right.
And they were sold out at Gold Coast.
That's awesome.
So maybe we are a little bit narrow-minded, but
maybe
yeah.
Like it's true. Like the big races are big.
Yeah.
Like Gold Coast, that must be the second biggest race now.
Well, I think it's like Formula One and MotoGP is not really like that. Every race is a massive event.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you'd probably get more people watching Monaco because it's Monaco, but all the races throughout the year would have the same viewership.
I guess it's probably true if you're thinking about the heyday of just say like the 90s or early 2000s. Man, I don't really remember watching smaller tracks, to be honest. Like, I always bag Winton because that's like the only track I know, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it might be the case, and we probably have to be a little bit more educated ourselves. So, anyway, I'm defending Beard Supercars for the first time on the channel.
It's because he keeps getting hate from V8 organisers and drivers.
No, they all love me. Trying to get tickets, bruh. Well, it was good. Well, we want someone from V8 on the pod. We need to have this discussion.
Yeah, they need to talk freely as well. They can't give us a fucking corporate answer.
Yeah, politician answer. Yeah.
None of that.
So yeah, that was the Supercars on the Gold Coast.
Well, I would have watched that if we weren't at Aussie Superbikes.
Yeah, so talk to me about that, boys. You went down to Phillip Island yesterday.
Yeah, it was awesome
with the lovelies.
Yeah.
James is lovely, and yeah, you're lovely. Yeah, nice, beautiful. Hasn't made it official yet.
What are we saying about that thing?
Don't, because we might lose followers.
Had to hide my forearms.
Luckily, it was when you put the hoodie on.
So talk. I want to know. Like, tell me. Like, how was it?
Beautiful day.
Yeah, lovely.
A perfect day.
I think you could have been shoveling shit yesterday. You still would have had a good time. The day was so good.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
So you got down there, paid your $40.
Yep. and you can drive. I was like all nervous, like, oh, where do I park?
Yeah,
Oh, just go in, turn left, drive around the track, and
bro,
good to go. So
completely different to MotoGP. They're fucking yelling at you. Go park here, park
so
here.
relaxed, man.
$18 for parking for the MotoGP, no ticket, just $18 to get in. This is $40 and the ticket. Like, jeez.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. So you just park straight on the main straight or drive around if you want to park at Siberia. You can park at Siberia.
And would you say there was like a couple of thousand people there?
Oh, maybe a couple hundred.
A couple hundred.
Wow.
But I was good you brought this up. So I was watching footage of Phillip Island either earlier this year or last year. And it seemed like there was quite a few people lined up on turn 1. I don't think it was like what didn't look like it was a World Superbike round. But having it that week after, I think it just deters people from going back to Phillip Island.
I personally was deterred.
Yeah.
I've been there for a week. Do I want to drive all the way back there for one day? No. I don't.
Oh, look, I loved it.
Yeah, it was
crossing
great.
the bridge. I'm like, back.
Did you hold your breath?
Good to be back.
Nah, because I knew the weather was going to be good.
It was good, but
we have a thing. We have to hold our breath over the bridge to be good weather, and we fucked it up this year because Marquez was down doing his ride, and I was like, Marquez. Trying to drive.
You're the whole reason.
And then Sunday fucked up.
That's why I didn't hold your breath.
Yeah.
I must never hold my breath because the weather's never fucking good down there.
You never do.
Bro, imagine if they had one. Imagine if the MotoGP was 1 week later.
Oh man, it would have been insane.
It would have been beautiful.
It would have been busy as.
So how did our boys go? Starring.
Yeah, so we caught up.
And Troy.
So race 1 results: Crew Halliday first, Josh Waters second. Max Stauffer first podium, 3rd. Glenn Allerton 4th. Brian Starring 5th. Brock Pearson 6th. Troy Herfoss 7th. Ted Collins 8th. Anthony West 9th. And Arthur Sissis 10th. So, bit of a struggle for Herfoss in the first race.
Yeah.
Mike Jones crashed out in Miller.
Right in front of us.
Was he leading when he crashed out, or was he in second?
Second, maybe.
It was just crazy to see. I haven't seen a crash up close like that.
And it came from nowhere.
Yeah. Not much. I probably watched footage. He wasn't really fighting with anyone.
No, he was.
Yeah,
it was race win for the lead. So it was again Halliday, Waters, and him that were up there.
Crew Halliday almost launched himself into the moon. We were watching it, obviously from Honda, and
coming out,
he just span that rear wheel up, and it just fucking gripped. And I don't know how he stayed on that thing, man. That was amazing. It's a great place to watch it. I've never seen racing from there.
Yeah, it's a good spot in it.
Yeah, well, that's where they have the Miller Scrans or the corporate area.
That's right.
Yeah.
All that was still up.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
A lot of the
most of the tents were still up,
yeah,
except for like all the food places.
Yeah, right.
So,
but it's amazing even watching like the Aussie Superbike guys, just how fucking hard they go into Honda, man. They're all still backing it in, like it was.
Yeah,
they were on it.
Yeah, they're flying. But yeah, Brian raced really well. Race 1, shout out to him. Pod favourite.
Yeah,
he was quick, man. Just unlucky, caught in a little battle there, and fucking not far off the podium at all. So
he's getting there. He's etching.
Yeah, I was having a good chat with him. Jim and I were having a good chat with him after the race. Then after race 2, and good insight. Like, it's good to get them like straight off the bike.
Yeah,
they're so.
So has the Yamaha got an edge at the moment, or?
I think it's Ducati.
Okay.
Ducati's definitely got the edge. But I mean, Halliday is on a Yamaha. So's Mike Jones. And they're doing really, really well.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was race 1. Race 2, Josh Waters first, Halliday second, Jones third. Herfoss awesome racing 4th.
Which Josh?
Fucking serious.
Stauffer 5th, Brock Pearson 6th, Starring 7th, Allerton 8th, Anthony West 9th, Ted Collins 10th. So, yeah, good racing. Herfoss wasn't far off the podium that time either.
On that
fucking
Honda,
pushing hard on that Honda, man.
Yeah, he's giving it everything to it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the easiest bike to ride.
God, it goes through the whole the Honda community, isn't it? Like, it's just amazing that these. How prototype are these bikes?
No, these are
just
off the shelf.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can buy one of these and spec it up to, to this level.
Wow.
I think there was a V4 at the back of the pits for sale for about 40 something grand or 50 something grand, which was pretty much spec'd up, ready to go.
Wow.
Probably an X-race bike or test bike.
For sure.
But yeah, it was an awesome weekend, man. Like, perfect weather.
Real good.
It's good fun. It's good to watch.
Yeah, good to just go buzz around the paddock, see everyone, see all the Oceania Junior Cup guys going at it again.
Oh, they went again, did they?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're flying.
The second race, the top, I think the whole field just about was split by a second.
Crazy.
Yeah.
From the win. It was the closest ever. So that was nuts. That was really cool to watch them, actually. They freaking fly around there in those little R15s.
Yeah, they hardly break.
Oh, it's baller.
Yeah.
It was interesting. We were at Pino's that Sunday night. Was it Saturday night?
Saturday.
And the boys were talking to some of the dads.
Oh, yeah.
And they were shit scared because they're going that fast into that first turn.
Yeah,
like,
they don't...
5 or 6 wide at one point.
Yeah.
And one person on the inside, they lock bars or something. They're going to go flying.
Oh, see you later, yeah. I don't think they roll off at all.
No. And especially if they don't, they're only kids, man. They don't have the experience.
No.
And they kind of don't have the fear because they probably haven't had any
massive
offs.
That's right.
So they were, they were apparently just, shit scared of what could happen. So, but that's Phillip Island for you.
That's it, man. Well, speaking about massive offs, we fucking seen something pretty scary.
Yeah, turn 12, never see that.
Yeah, in race 2 of Supersport 600.
Any replay of that?
I'll try.
Sorry
to
put you on the spot.
Something, but we'll
clip it in at least.
Yeah, that's
just clip it in, bro. That's all good.
That's pushing it.
Yeah,
you're not gonna find that anytime soon.
But yeah, Tom Taparis was back.
Stack.
What are we gonna call it a stack?
Yeah, I don't know.
Clip it in.
Talk about Sydney stack mob.
Yeah, poor guy coming out of turn 12. I don't know if he got tagged or if he just lost the rear, but massive crash, man. Scary to see he wasn't moving for a little bit. So
yeah,
but eventually,
any update for him or
nah, I can't find anything.
From what I heard, it was concussion.
Yeah,
so
right.
I believe he's all right. So yeah, speedy recovery, Tom. Hopefully you're all good, man.
So one race for them for the season at the Bend.
And I believe
in December,
I think it's equal points.
I thought Herfoss still had the lead, but
nah,
you know more than me.
While Daniel's looking that up, it was real bad timing with that crash because we were talking to the girls about doing track days and stuff,
and how
safe it was. And as we were kind of just wrapping up the pitch, old mate comes flying up and
So you guys watching it at that?
Yeah,
we were right there.
Oh my god, you guys got lucked out.
If you were there, it wouldn't have happened.
No, I would have been looking at the bloody. I don't know what I was looking at.
Wow.
More wow.
Yeah,
what's he doing?
Yeah, this website. Come on.
This website's shocking.
What's he doing?
Yeah.
It'll be on their Instagram, bro.
I've already lost interest. Nah, it's not results, Daniel. That's fucking... Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry for the viewers at home. We've just got...
Points. Olympic points. Yeah, bro, I don't know.
293 each.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah. Last race at the Bend. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
it's going to be very, very interesting.
So have they got the same sort of annoying... Why has he got... 76 points in total. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
You like that one?
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, well, anyway, it's good to see. I've never been to WorldSBK in my life, so...
Yeah, I've never been just for that.
Yeah.
I've been when it's at Supers,
yeah,
but it was cool to see it on its own.
Yeah, no, it was sweet.
So,
yeah.
That was it. World Supers.
Now, James. No.
Okay. Wrap it up.
No, if you want to. Just give us the results because it was a championship.
Yeah,
decided.
Bautista championship back-to-back. He did the hat-trick.
Inevitable.
Top rack crossed the line in first race 2. Did a binder. Hit the green. Got demoted.
Remy Gardner.
Domi Agata 4th.
Yeah.
Remy Gardner. Domi Agata 3rd in race 2. Gardner 4th.
Petrucci.
Your mate Petrucci 5th. Rinaldi 6th. Philip Otto 7th. Scott Redding 8th.
Ugh.
Gerloff 9th. Locatelli
Another
10th.
pom.
Yeah, it's the Ashes rivalry. It's
I think it's the I don't know, convicts or something. Not happy with them.
So that was race 2. Super Pole, Bautista, Agata 2nd, Ray 3rd. I think Ray crashed out of the lead in second race.
Yeah, right.
Oh, because that would have been his fairy tale last race on the Kawasaki, yeah?
Correct. And then race 1, Bautista, Top Rack, and Locatelli. So,
Oh,
yeah.
So the top is that the race?
This is race 1.
Fucking hell! Look at the top 8 covered by second, top 9 covered by second.
That's close.
That's crazy.
So, Bautista hat trick to finish off the season. Sew up the championship. Top Rack leaving Yamaha. Johnny Ray leaving Kawasaki.
Yeah, a lot of changes next year.
So big changes. They got a big rule change coming in as well.
What's the rule change?
So I think they're doing something with the revs again. And I think they're freaking listening to Scott Redding's rant about rider weight and shit. So trying to make it a more level playing field.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Like it's fucking. I feel like it's dying in the arse world Superbikes.
Yeah.
I'm very negative, aren't I, today? Fuck.
Hopefully with a couple of those guys from GP coming across and Iannone, it kind of spruces something back up.
You know what though? We've spoken to a few people, like in the world, I guess you could say, in the world racing world, and they've said the same thing, but they're not impressed.
Yeah. So fingers crossed that we see something and more closer racing, but
you know what's cool, but Bautista's gold suit and gold helmet.
Yeah, it is cool.
Bro, that's fucking.
What happened there? Did he?
They would have just changed on track.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
He did the same thing last year.
Yeah.
Jeez, that would have been... No, they wouldn't have taken his leathers off.
Yeah,
they do.
I think Bagnaia did it, didn't he? Or Bezzecchi when he... who did it? Marini?
Augusto Fernandez
did
it.
And one of the Sky VR46 boys did it.
They changed his livery.
Teco's
by.
They changed his leathers.
Did they?
Yeah, they changed his leathers.
Are you wearing jocks underneath that?
You're wearing a...
You reckon he's naked underneath?
I know.
What about the zip?
Oh yeah, true.
No, you're wearing like skins,
a tight suit,
like skins, so you can slide on. Right. But man,
I would no jocks underneath that then. So just skins. And
personally, I wear jocks underneath that.
Why are you asking these questions? Imagine if you're Italian, Spanish, a bit hairy. You get the
it gets caught in the zip.
That's game over.
See you later.
But when
Quartararo might be naked.
Quartararo. When Quartararo was when he had his check,
with his pearl necklace there.
Yeah, that was bare though, wasn't it?
Tell him to beat it, man.
Yeah, he's the only one, but I reckon.
Okay.
Some of them wear like short sleeve ones, like a singlet looking one.
Yeah.
But a lot of them will wear the long sleeve.
Oh, interesting.
It's just like skins, just a one piece bodysuit.
Yeah.
It's easy to get the suit and shit on and off.
Oh, of course, slides it on.
Yeah.
Makes a world of difference.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's a pain in the ass, those things.
But yeah, that's super.
Oh, awesome.
Keep it short and
cool.
sweet.
Jimmy, some breaking news in the motocross world.
Yeah, Ducati. Speaking of all the Ducatis, entered in motocross.
Wow.
So it's been coming for a long time. There's always been rumours and rumours and rumours.
Yeah.
And Tony Cairoli, who's like a 9 or 10 time world champion.
9-time, heading the project.
Cool. He's going to be their rider, so
that's two big moves from two big players in the bike game.
Yeah, and apparently they've already chosen a team, Ducati, and they're racing an MXGP next year.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it's that quick of a turnaround.
Well, they're doing a single cylinder motor now they reckon it's a hyper motard.
Oh, yeah.
So
they're probably using that same kind of motor, I guess, some 450 thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. It's interesting. We'll see what happens. Like, it might be years and years until they develop the bike. Are they getting any help from anyone developing the bike, or is it just from ground up?
Oh, not that I know of. I think it's ground up, like Triumph.
Do Italy have a dirt bike manufacturer?
Yeah, there's a few.
TM.
Oh, okay.
But no one imports them into Australia.
I've seen a couple.
Yeah, I've seen a
couple
float around.
Imagine the parts. The cost of parts would be fucked.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is SWM Italian as well?
I thought they were Chinese.
I don't know.
Who's buying a Ducati motocross bike?
Bro, my dad.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the type of people that buy them.
But, like, your 18-year-old kid's not going to want to fuck a Ducati.
No way, man.
What are they going to be, 20 grand?
Yeah, SWM is Italian. There you go.
Yeah, there's a couple bikes.
Yeah, look, fuck, man. If you're some country kid from fucking Gilmore or Seymour,
you're buying a KTM or a Honda.
Yeah, you ain't buying a Ducati, but
I think it all just depends on what components it's running to. You would assume being Ducati, even like Triumph, they'd be running like Öhlins suspension from the get-go, Brembo braking from the get-go.
Yeah,
they're paying for it.
You're paying for the parts as well.
Yeah, I just, it's interesting. I mean, you look at them as a business; they're obviously growing the brand.
100%.
Yeah,
look trying to tap in all the markets.
Look at all the Panigales and Street Fighters and shit they sell now.
Yeah, you'll get, your occasional hero getting one and putting a headlight on and going bush bashing on it for sure.
Fuck yeah! Again, my father, he'll be doing the same thing.
You reckon he'll actually buy one?
Yeah, he'll get one. Surely he's going to get one.
Surely.
Surely.
Love that.
David, surely he'll get one.
It'll be interesting to see what it looks like, though.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Has to be red, yeah?
Yeah,
Has to be red.
What else can it be?
Yeah.
The Triumph looks great.
The Charm's cool.
So it'll be cool to see.
Cheeseburger Carmichael ripping around on it.
Poor Cheeseburger. Who else did you call Cheeseburger?
Cheeseburger Caparossi.
Yeah, it was rough. He's never been fat.
He blew out a little bit. And then
that Cheeseburger Lorenzo?
And Cheeseburger Lorenzo.
Yeah,
he blew out.
It was interesting for Renito to say he doesn't fit into the suit anymore or something. He couldn't get a wild card.
Yeah, it's just his ego can't fit into the suit. That's what it is.
But the OG Cheeseburger is...
Ricky Carmichael.
Cheeseburger Barros.
Oh yeah, Cheeseburger Barros.
Yeah.
If you want to see someone who's really blown out, Cheeseburger Barros. He's sliding around into Gallos, fucking on the back wheel, eating the cheeseburger, doing track days. He does rider days.
That's funny.
Let's get him on the pod. I want to talk to him about his diet.
You are.
He was always. I think he was
the bigger dude.
Yeah, you know when you can just see athletes like fucking like Stewie Jew and footy back.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
He's
big bone. Big bone.
As soon as they stop, they're gonna fucking blow out.
Yeah.
But Ricky Carmichael, he got fucking large, man. Not large, but like he was ripping around on the motocross bike like ain't nobody's business still. But he lost the weight again.
Yeah.
Because he heard the comments.
Yeah, that's fair. Not like old love, the front rower there. What's her name?
Lizzie. Was it Lissa?
No.
Lizzie.
Megan the Stallion or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if she's Maori or what, that one. She's got that Maori blood in her.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. No comment.
I thought Lizzo and Megan the Stallion were like the same person for like a year.
Oh, man, I don't know. I'm not hip like that.
Obviously, I'm not either.
So we've got a race, Formula 1 race this weekend.
Yeah, Brazil. So it always has a wacky result. Oh, please no sprint race. I'm fucking so over sprint races in F1. It wrecks the weekend for F1.
Go on. Why is that?
There's not enough practice. You don't settle into the weekend.
With sprint races, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do they just choose a circuit or is it like every fourth or fifth
No,
round?
they just choose a circuit.
Yeah, right. So it's a sporadic.
Just sporadic. Oh, it's a sprint race. Fucking hell. So annoying.
Where are we?
It's Brazil.
Who's going to come second?
Oh, I don't know, man.
No, I reckon Lewis Hamilton's going to win.
Fuck, I was going to say that.
You know you can both say it.
Yeah, it's alright,
Yeah,
bro.
no, but every time Tom and I back the same person, they do fuck.
Well,
maybe
Tony Oliveira.
Maybe we should back Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, it's only because it's Oliveira.
No, but we still love Oliveira.
Yeah, I reckon...
Tom's off him. He told me.
Yeah, no, I've had enough. He's nowhere. Yeah, I think Hamilton, Verstappen, and Lando Norris.
Jim?
Oh, fuck. Verstappen, Hamilton. I'm going to go our boy Piastri third.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah, so... if I did that again too, he'd crack it.
Who's send your message?
Tom,
Michael
enough
away.
of you. Tom, stop doing that.
I can turn your mic off.
Oh, you can actually.
Or you can just not turn them on, Daniel.
Shut up, Jim.
Jim, what was your prediction, sorry?
Great to see that he was listening. You know what he was doing? He was just thinking about his next comment. That's what he does.
100%.
Just goes straight
next
through one
crystal
ear and out the
ball.
other. Verstappen, Hamilton, and
Piastri.
Oscar.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Hamilton, Russell, and Lando.
Okay.
What's going to happen to Verstappen?
Fourth or fifth.
Oh, gee, joises.
I don't know. Just throwing shit.
The
at
thing
ball,
is,
hoping it
the
sticks.
thing is with Verstappen, his car was absolutely nowhere in Singapore, and he still finished fifth.
Yeah,
So unless something happens, like he could crash or
Get taken out.
potentially.
Yeah, talking about predictions. My old man messaged Tom and I just before the start of the MotoGP race in where were we? Thailand. And then I go Martin. My old man goes Martin, and Tom goes Binder. And my old man replies back, Tom, you know nothing about MotoGP. And then he was sweating the whole race. Binder looked like he was gonna fucking win.
He messaged 8 times without us replying.
Yeah.
And he's like, God, better not win.
Yeah.
Like stressing
And
it
then
out.
he was like justifying it. Oh, Springboks on the World Cup. So it's like a good omen.
And by the end, like when he was like cheering, come on, 19! It was so funny. I was just gonna send him like a little no worries badge or something. As a, like,
you should have said, "Jump on me back. I'll take you to the promised land."
The quote that was never said.
What do you mean? Dusty Martin, 3/4 time.
What do you mean? That's right.
Oh, shit.
Dustin Martin, James Shaw, Corner Hotel, Phillip Island weekend.
Keep an eye out for our stickers.
Yeah, they're still plastered all around cows. Don't worry about that.
Thanks, boys.
All right, boys. See you next week.
See you next week, boys.
See you.
Bye.